This is the Clay Memorial Clinic now. Now, if you remember the older picture with the 4 doctors standing in front of it, this is the same exact building. When Urban Renewal came to Gainesboro through eminent domain, the city said, Dr. Clater, we want to use your property for urban renewal. And through eminent domain, we think that your property is in the way of development for the overall betterment of the city. So we're going to use eminent domain and condemn your property. What the government is supposed to do is, after they condemn your property, they're supposed to do something with the property. They condemn the property in Northeast with the Civic Center and then knock those homes down. Here, they condemned the property but did absolutely nothing with it for 30 years. The Claytors could not use the building because it was supposed to be used for urban renewal development. They could not use the property to rent it out for compensation or anything like that. So for 30 years, the building just sat. In the early 2000s, the Clater family sued Roanoke Redevelopment Housing Authority. They won their suit. That's my dad for you. In another effort, Dr. Walter Clater, a member of a prominent Roanoke family of healthcare professionals, pressed a lawsuit for compensation for the massive losses sustained by his family. The family's 23-room mansion, a landmark building for African Americans in that period, and their medical clinic were both destroyed by the creeping processes of contagious housing destruction. In 2003, the courts ruled that his lawsuit had been filed in a timely manner and ordered a board to examine compensation. Though the city promised to appeal the case, it was an important victory. In fact, word of the lawsuit led the Virginia legislature to pass a bill putting a 5-year limit on condemnation proceedings. If condemned property had not been taken in that period of time, the condemnation order would have to be lifted. This would prevent a repeat of what the Clater family had endured, waiting 30 years to learn the fate of their property while the property slowly lost all of its value. Another important piece, First Baptist Church of Gainesboro is here now. It used to be across the street from the Clater property. And it resembled St. Andrews. A fire happened at the Clater Clinic, fire happened at the Clater Mansion, fire happened at the service station, all on this property, all on the Clater property. Fire happened on First Baptist Church. First Baptist Church is directly across the street from the Clater property. That's 4 fires that I mentioned. You can throw a rock and hit all of those buildings. And a fire happened in each of those properties. Dr. Walter Clater tells the story of someone called him one night and said, Dr. Clater, the clinic is on fire. He came over here. Fire trucks were lying in front of the library. He got up into the fire truck and they turned the hoses off. He got off the fire truck, went to the clinic, and firefighters were destroying mirrors, toilets, walls. And he asked them why were they doing this, and no one gave him an answer. He asked why they turned the hoses off, and no one gave him an answer. Again, 4 fires. It's documented statewide that during urban renewal, firefighter rookies would be given practice by government setting fires to properties. This is documented evidence. It's in Mary Bishop's article, Street by Street, Block by Block. It's documented statewide that firefighter rookies would be given practice by fires set during urban renewal. Dr. Clater and his family won their case It's all Roanoke Times, Google research. They want a few $100,000. But if you know how big the Claytor family is, you know their money went just like that. And an unknown story is, Dr. Claytor told me while I was interviewing him, that because it was a government agency that he filed a lawsuit against, they had to split the money with that government agency to pay their lawyers. Another story is, Dr. Claytor would not have received that money, or his family would not have won that case, if a guy by the name of Mr. Richard Chubb was not in the courtroom. A committee was made up of local citizens to determine if the Claytor family deserved the money. Mr. Chubb was the last person picked. And he can tell the story better than I can, and Dr. Claytor can tell the story better than I can, but it's also documented that the sheriff deputy had to be called into the room because no one wanted to agree with Mr. Chubb that they deserved their money. And Mr. Chubb is about 6 feet now. 30 years ago, I'm pretty sure he could throw down a little bit. So the sheriff deputy had to be called in because he refused to agree with the rest of the committee that they did not deserve the money. If it was not for Mr. Richard Chubb, the Claytor family might not have received that money. So if you understand institutional racism, and one of the main reasons, and Dr. Claytor will tell you this, the only reason that he was able to fight that case and win that case is because he was a doctor. Imagine a regular citizen working 9 to 5, making minimum wage, that happening to them, and they not be able to afford the best attorney that there is. Dr. Claytor and his family were fortunate enough that they were able to do that. They wanted to name that bill after Dr. Walter Claytor, but he said he was done and finished with everyone and anyone, and he did not want that bill named after him.